Hi, I'm the WanderingNewbie, and it's time for more Record Keeper. Today, we have the Type 0 event, Courage Takes Flight, featuring another two new characters because Type 0 has a gigantic cast, and we need to get them all in here. So today, we have Cater and Eight. Okay. I was not sure myself because I was like, isn't Cater supposed to be 8? Whatever. Type 0. I think this is the new format. They goofed up a little bit with not having multiplayer this week as well. But, this is the new format. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to Ultimate that give Mithril. And then there is the Quest that comes with it that gives you 7, and then there is the Revenge event that gives you the other 3. So we still get 10 Mithril, just in a weirdly reorganized format. Yeah. We just got less this week due to the removal of multiplayer this week because of the weird lineup with how things were going in Japan at the time. This event just didn't have a multiplayer in Japan. Anywho. Snowshine. Fire. Yeah, the upblade. Oh, this is backwards. No, wait, I want ascending. Yes, okay. Oh, too far. Yeah, Deuce's USB 1 from the Realm Draw. I don't recall what that even is. Instant Curaga Stone Skin Raise. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Good in Torment. Oops. Forgot to get a Soul Break ready. Now, I distinctly will need something that this is weak to here, due to the fact that this is actually a double plus as opposed to just a singular, the Uno plus. We need fire. Fire. Kyo, my dude. Change your soul breaks. Animal lenses, I think, are extremely soon. I remember we did the podcast about them back in December. So, which, by the way, oh, animal lenses are something that was very needed. For sure. Here we go. Got there. Comparing the two formats is the same mithril count, the same crystal count, 9 more major orbs, and 3 less Rosetta Stones. Oh man, this is that song that has that cool laugh in it. I love the song. That's an error on my part. That's my Windows notification. Motsufin, don't worry, I've only used... Alright, this isn't the one with the Gunstar Heroes laughing it, but it is the one with the very weird back end sound effect. Yeah, but Motsufin, like, I've only used one. I've gotten the Ogrenix for tactics, and that's about it. Because having a bonkers plus mind weapon that everyone can use is very good. Yes, I meant Type 0. I don't know what I said. Yes, Type 0. The one nice thing is that all the Magicite farming that I've been doing has been getting a lot of Magia on Deuce, which is something that I didn't do. I'm good. Specifically the second one. If you're familiar with Type 0, this means something to you. Right, this is the right team. Right, I make only one team for the first 2 fights because I just used a roaming warrior on the first one. Furry, the only thing I kind of see wrong with your team is I don't know where you're getting a boost from, like a stat up, unless there is a stat up mixed in there that I'm just not familiar with, like maybe Ace's BSB or King's USB. You get for match sets, that seems fair. See, I don't hate Type Zero's music. I'm a broken man. I can go for a good butt rock. Varza. Your sub 30 Final Fantasy Tactics team has no Booska at all. I don't get how people do that. Like when I walk in and do like 4,000 damage and people are like, I do max, but no buffs. It's like, how? Is it all self buffs? It must be self buffs from like soul breaks. Yeah, there's always a period of time when I'm doing these where I then remember that the healer, for all intents and purposes, rarely has a job in these triple plus fights. It can give or take either way. And I need to just bring Dialga on there. I thought it died. The fucking HP bar disappeared. Well, good fight. Well, How's everyone doing tonight? I'm pretty alright. These star motes are fake once more. Right, I have to do that too. Pretty good grinding. Almost have Neo's uncap, which is a reference to the Grand Blue Fantasies. Cool. I am centrums away from finishing up Sarasa. Centrums and then a bunch of Medusa anima because I need a bunch of murky spirits, which was the thing I didn't realize getting into that, and just was like, ah, piss. Right, I gotta do this. Chill. See, here's the rough thing. I actually know all the Eternals more by the Japanese names than the English names, because the English names are dumb. Show. The show is 6, yes. Yeah. That's the Dark Punch Boy. Somebody in chat said, if you've done any other Type 0 event, you know how this fight works, which makes me worry that this boss goes in range, but we'll find out. Well, time for the slow ramp up. New ability showing up for the first time today. Consider Lightning Monk and Large Zappy. I actually rather like the animation for Lightning Rush. I've never seen it before. Yeah, Chain Thundaja. I think its gimmick is it almost has the same multiplier as Chain Thundaga, except it just hits 5 times. Yes. Misril. Oh my lord. Sorry, one moment. My eyes are bothering me. Oh, whew. Alright. I think this is the song. Or I could be wrong, yeah, who knows. It's literally the same song. Look, they sound the same. They have that same fucking rhythm. Is this the song? Is this your card? This is the song. Retaliate is fake. Yeah, there's that laugh. There's that Gunstar Heroes ass laugh. So yeah, it was mentioned before, but this boss's gimmick, aside from physical damage, is that it has an outrageously high resistance. You could do work with a magic team against him, but you're not doing yourself any favors. Just go physical ice or fire. I think the boss is also weak to fire. Ice and lightning, thank you. He has 3k defense and 13.5k resistance. Yes, do not bother with magic. I am kind of fine with when the game does that in situations. More on that later this stream. Did I get something new? Oh shit, wait, oh. I looked away for 5 seconds, what happened to my team? My team exploded. AoE gravity, okay. Oh, also this boss can interrupt, which exists. We have accessories for that now. The wild thing to think about is, what is that laughing supposed to fucking be? Like, I know it is, in my brain canon. Whoa. He exploded. Man, if Smash Daisaku showed up in more video games, that I'd be fine by that. That guy owns. Well, good to hear that the Avengers movie is good. I fell off of Marvel movies around the time of the first Avengers, actually. I saw that, enjoyed it, and just... You know what it really was? You know what it really was why I fell off of Marvel movies? I fell off of movies. I don't like going to the movies alone. I think that makes sense. And my friends and I just got very busy. Also, movies are way overpriced. I literally can't remember the last movie I saw. The last legitimate movie. The last thing I was in a movie theater for was at MagFest. Myself, PA Master, and a smattering of other people went to a nearby movie theater to see a special screening of the first episode of Mob Psycho. And it was very good. I enjoyed it. We had a good time. Well, what really happened with the movie industry is that slowly over the years they kept upping the prices and never really stopping. And the reason being is that they kept upping the prices, but then as prices started getting too high, people stopped going to the movies, and then Netflix happened, so people really stopped going to the movies. And as a result, they had to keep upping the prices even more in order to stay afloat. Yeah, it's an unsustainable industry. That's the big thing. Oh, look, every fucking screenshot for this event looks exactly the fucking same. Here is environment with character in the center of screen running. My brain stopped for a moment. Alright, and we rebooted. Unbeknownst to me, I brought everything I needed for this. And I forgot. So here's Culinary Curiosity for no reason. This could have been Onion Knight physical, but whatever. So this boss also counters every physical attack. Or not every, but it has a counterattack to physicals. To continue to add on to this event's weirdness of one thing or the other. Yeah, you can easily ignore that counterattacking to physicals. But, it exists. Alright, there's my good boy, up top. Getting work done. No, we've been seeing how this boy's body slams from the top rope. He has something much more threatening that he does later on. There it is, the breath attacks. There's fire breath, there's lightning breath. We've seen these before in past Type 0 events. The more dangerous one is the fire, but we have enough split accessories at this point that we can resist all of them. Combat King. All hail the king. We'll see why the fire... Is it the fire? No, the fire is AoE. I'm thinking the lightning balls. We'll see why the lightning balls are dangerous in a little bit. And looping for the second time. Second loop, third play. It doesn't have the lightning balls? Huh. I must have misread the AI right up. I could have sworn I read that in there. Boss is also, of course, weak to holy and fire, so you plan accordingly that way. It shouldn't be too hard. This one's really not that rough for an apocalypse. I mean, I've been sitting very pretty at almost full health ammo the entire time, and haven't even had to spend a medica. I wish the song was a little longer though, because I do like this song. It just... to say it doesn't loop is an understatement. But yeah, a lot of this boss's damage can be mitigated by the fact that we have accessories that just stop this. Finish him with that king. Now if the fight had just stopped right there, been perfect. Just timed with the music. Again, the rediscovery of the upblade. There is actually no multiplayer for this event. It's weird. This event ran in Japan, I think during Halloween, and they did a Halloween multiplayer. So no multiplayer for us. So look at this fucking horse. It does a lot. This horse fucking sucks. I dislike this boss. And, spoilers. It's mainly due to it having, again, maybe one too many gimmicks. Music's okay though. Music's not bad. This music would fit in a Metroid Prime game. Like some sort of jungle world. I'm hard pressed to say whether this is worse or not than 2. It might be on par, because look at how it is omni-resist, but then counters both of its weaknesses with very nasty moves for no fucking like, there's no reason for it to have the counter. So here's Divern. Main gimmicks of this boss. Has astronomically high defense. You may be able to run a physical team against this guy. I don't recommend it. Second thing, is omni-resistant except for its weaknesses of lightning and holy. Third thing is actually connected to that. Will counter lightning and holy attacks with a gravity of all things, which is also outrageously rude. And then finally, Ultimate Eruption is its worst goddamn move. Lightning Fall carries a Paralyze with it. The Ice Attack carries a Stop with it. So spec for Stop, except on your High Mind characters who can spec for Paralyze. And should. There's your Gravity Attack. Ultimate Eruption is a physical attack that does AoE and can easily hit for 4k damage. Do yourself a favor and double break physical. A double breakdown physical level, so that's like, you know, your double dances. It still probably hits for about 3k. There it is, and yep. Case in point. Well, it should also be noted that his counters are random. Because fuck you. When I say that his counters are random, I mean that they are like percentile gravity attacks, but will target who the fuck ever feels like targeting. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. The classic. Oh, debuffs have extremely worn off by this point. Wall has probably worn off by this point. We'll see how this goes. Nope, we're dead. Oh, we live. Well, oh, you fucker. Fall off yourself. Any victory you can walk away from. So the main thing about FF2 that I found out midstream is that you have to pace yourself because the guy on the lower left always uses ultimate trample at set intervals. I just hate how restrictive that fight is. Of like, it has to be magic, it has to be these elements. Oh, so fuck you, I counter those elements. Now that is, of course, all running on the theory of, hey, your team isn't good enough to do this sort of stuff, but, you know. We can see how a couple of resistances and what have you eventually make that fight way more manageable. Can I get in anything a 30-30? Wait, I don't need a 30-30. That's not applicable to this fight. I need an onion knight. An knight. A good boy. Sorry, I just remembered what song plays during this boss fight. Or maybe that's the apocalypse. I can't remember. Who cares? Seriously, every screenshot of this game looks exactly the fucking same that they use. Oh, there he goes. Oh, is that? Oh, hello. Hi. Boy. Right, but the pre-fight song is the one that has that weird crunch sound effect. Type 0, the game of weird sounds in their songs. Look, I use motes on Machina to unlock Spellblades because A, I have a lot. I have started thinking at this point of, have we reached the point where it's worthwhile to start breaking to the higher nodes of Spellblades on people just to get that bonus damage? Wow! 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 Right, I understand, like, you know, you want to have enough of the Spellblade modes for all your characters. That makes sense. Yes, I don't disagree with you there. I looked at my stack the other day and I think I have 200. So, when does the cutoff of, you actually have enough to do everyone, so go ham? Why not get the bonus 3% damage? Job motes are a thing that they obviously have no intention to do anything with down the line. They're there to take up room in your inventory. Oh, I'm not saying I would do it on Machina. No, I'm saying like Bart's. No, that point existed. Machina has problems mechanically and also apparently as a character. But Arya, to explain it, you know how a lot of people have that thing where they get a stone skin, and for as long as they have that stone skin, they do a bunch of bonus shit on their awakenings or their USBs. Machina's is the same thing, but it's a 2-hit anything blink. He has one of those, I can blink both physical and magic things, and I get 2 stacks, and as long as I have those, at least 1 stack, I can hit multiple times. Oh no, they're gone. Welcome to the party that contains King for moral support. Also contains Ace for moral support. I don't have shit for King or Ace, and Sync is here to do debuffs. Can't Sync use Affliction Break? Or we can try and make sure that its stupid piercing moves do less damage. You can honestly spec accessories pretty well for this fight. Yes, if you're confident enough, you can have one of the 3 6-star supports for this realm bring Affliction Break. Which actually, we're being real, I should throw it on King, but I'm lazy. Hello again, horse. How do you this day? What do you here? Now, one of the main strats for this boss is to have a Medica heal on hand and time it so that it casts right as eruption happens. So yeah, on my first test attempt for this, I got eruption healed, or I didn't time it right, so I got eruption, the initial will always happen eruption, right after my Medica went off. So I took a whole bunch of damage. Then ultimate eruption happened on a random cast, and everyone died. Gotta say though, I'm loving the animation on Holija. Also, just to show this off, because a reminder. Actually, let me just pause this, minimize chat, just so I can see. All right, so King doesn't have a synergy weapon. No synergy weapon on King, but does have a 30% and Magicite boost, and yes, physical. Not worth it on this boss. No, don't worry about Rem. She's good and powerful and fine. Well, that's a problem. Mayhaps we defend. Just for now. Well, that's an LMR chaser, not her soul break. And they're fine. We got there. Just in time. Oh, shit. Thank you for the host. I, gotta see about getting raid hosts set up. Because I'm lazy. How am I? I'm alright. We're just wrapping up the last of this event. Well, Sync really likes to be paralyzed. Just bathes in it. Oh, can we get the combo? Almost. Well, there's a combo right there. Oh, you want to talk about combos? Talk about practice. Oofa doofa. Yep, any fight you can champion away from. Yeah, no record keepers. Record keeper's in an interesting place. It's both doing some interesting stuff and some not so interesting stuff, but that's a whole nother thing. That, hey. There's a podcast for. It's only 2 episodes today. We talk a lot about Record Keeper. In those, the 4 hours of some solid Record Keeper talk. While I set up for other things, I'm gonna show off some real stupid shit real fast. I'm just gonna show off what my life is now. Have you guys decided on a third? The first 2 are great and mirrored my own concerns. We are extremely thinking of doing a third very soon. We're trying to set up the times for it, mainly. You bet your ass we're going to talk about 6-star Magicite. The main things we've been waiting for before, like actually getting together doing the episode is we wanted the hard numbers on everything, which we have now, and especially just got posted in Reddit a concise breakdown of all the mechanics. Let me just do this real fast. Alright, and now to get some other things started up and what have you. But see, this way you have something going on in the background. It's trying to load a lot in. Welcome to the new meta. Yes, Nightfall. You can turn on soul breaks and everything for this bull's shit now. I think it was at one point when I realized that I got a 12-second clear, and I was mainly just using abilities that I was like, what if I just sent it to auto? If it was just auto, I might just be able to not care. And then, lo and behold, hey, if it's just auto. Okay, we seem to be wrapping up. I can't 100% tell. I was in a different window. I wish I could turn off soul breaks for some characters. That's the main thing that I want out of this. Like, I want Orlando to be kicking ass, but also I don't want him to use the soul break. There you go. I consistently get 18 seconds whenever I auto battle. It's fantastic. Anyway, let me jump into this call. Hello.
Yo.
Auto battle is real stupid.
Auto battles are probably the best thing that they've done recently. 20 Magicite is no longer something that's incredibly painful to do.
Yeah.
Alright, well...
20 Magicite and maxing out your Magicite inheritance.
Yeah, that's also something you can be doing.
Anyway, that's literally all I've been doing with my stamina for a week. I have not stepped in an orb dungeon since last Sunday.
Yeah, I've just been trying to keep up on those just to make sure that Seth is getting Magi at a steady pace.
Well, okay, here's a counterpoint. What if you auto-battled a Holy Magicite?
Ah, I see.
Get Magi and Magicite for inheritance. Kill 2 burbs. Anywho, banners. Awakenings are back. And they're real and they're strong.
Yeah, we get 2 of them in this banner.
Survival daggers. Holy boosting daggers. Deal 15 white magic. Holy, dark, non-elemental to one enemy. Reduce the delay of the user's actions for 1 turn. Temporarily infused with holy. Temporarily grant holy awakening 1 level break cap. I said none of those words in the right order. And cause holy attacks to reduce the delay of the user's action for the next turn. So this is more or less just her USB with an awakening tacked on.
Yeah. Holy High Quick Cycle is very, very nice because that's triple casting speed on everything she does. And that just, like, she is just flat good at white magic damage. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And really, I can't really ask for more from Rem.
No, absolutely not. She absolutely has the perfect kit for doing nothing but holy DPS all the time.
Mm-hmm. Sliding on to the next one. Here's her Arcane. It's Holy Dark. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, it's Holy Dark.
Oh, it's one of the 20 hits and then big hit. Okay, yeah, alright.
Yeah. So this is probably like the first 21 hit White Magic Arcane.
Yes. 8's here. 8's an Ice Monk.
Ice Monk warning.
So we finally have an ice boosting fist. I think this is the first one in the entire fucking game.
It's a really good USB too. I like this one.
Yeah. Alright, so instantly deal 10 physical ice, non-elemental to 1 enemy temporarily infused with power of ice. Grant last stand to all allies and temporarily cause users' monk abilities. Trigger a follow-up Shard Smasher, dealing 4 physical ice, non-elemental.
Yeah, so on top of the utility that this brings to the table, just like an instant guts, and this actually doesn't take away from anything that Aid is doing on DPS. His dive is also very interesting. He doesn't get double cast, but instead he gets Trance, which gives him attack plus 50%, triple casting speed, and once it's done, he gets stunned.
Oh, he gets stunned?
Yeah, like he gets stunned once the Trance runs out.
That's not too much of a downside.
No, absolutely not.
Like,
and
one interrupt, and that Trance also sounds really good.
Yeah, because
but
like
it's not a full. It doesn't have a full heal on it though, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Also, just like Seth's Trance, the downside with it is like the defense minus 50%. This one is just the one-time effect that you can plan around, especially since both his burst and his ultra are instant cast in order to work around that stun.
Now, here's the real Galaxy Brain moment. Can you give him Astra to avoid the stun?
I don't think so, because it's... that's...
I know, right?
I was immediately going for a worst-case scenario, because, I don't know, I'm just really cynical because this game, but that could work.
Yeah. It'd be interesting if you can do some real shenanigans with that.
Yeah,
But no, Icebound Stance is a solid USB.
Yeah, I am very, very on board for USBs, basically any tech at this point that is a very interesting smorgasbord of utility, and Aid himself is a very interesting Ice Monk.
I'm very interested in any USB that I can't just post a GIF of Will Smith saying numbers, numbers, numbers. Cater. Deal 10 range physical fire, ice, lightning to one enemy, temporarily increase the damage of the user's Machinist abilities for a moderate amount, reduce the delay of the user's actions, and cause every second fire, ice, lightning Machinist ability to trigger a follow-up debuff shot, which I believe imperils based on the element it is hitting.
Yeah, so this is basically a follow-up to Edgar's USB, except instead of the chance to proc, it is the Imperil 2.0 format where you are guaranteed to proc every second hit.
Yes.
Really, really nice Imperils for Fire, Ice, and Lightning. Cotter is a generalist.
Is it Cotter or Cater?
Cotter. I think it's Cotter.
Okay.
If I said Cater, I would just get really confused because we have another word that says Cater because English is... Anyway, yeah. If you don't have Balthier or any other type of Machinist in that field, like, Cotter can do basically what any Machinist can do in 3 different elements. So on top of the offering, she can also just guarantee that proc.
You consider the fact that we already have Burnt and Frost offering, and I guess eventually Static offering?
Yeah, Plasma offering eventually. But yeah, like this is really nice because like even though it doesn't have the Imperil on entry, obviously, because that would be ridiculous. This at least makes sure that there is a steady flow of Imperils coming out, just in case you lose coin flips on the offerings constantly.
Very powerful for 5-star Magicites, is what we're getting down to. And hey, probably alright for 6 stars because you don't super need your Imperil to be doing damage. They're enabling others. So hey, you know Rem's Awakening? What if on a So wait, actually there is one difference between the USB and the Awakening, and this is usually a thing that applies to all Awakenings, and I'm just going to double check this real fast.
Is it the Mind Boost?
It is the Mind Boost. So, USB Rem is entirely self-sufficient in that by taking a 20% defense resistance hit, that doesn't remove wall, big thing to note there, she gets a 50% Mind Boost. And Mind Boosts are very rare, but this is still a whole bunch of white magic, holy dark hits, and then she can cast white magic very quickly, as long as she's hitting weakness.
Yeah, also again, she can double cast on dive, and one of her LMRs gives her a 50% chance to chase either of those multicasts with a big, meaty white magic hit.
It is a single target hit, but it will... for all intents and purposes, I don't think I've ever seen it not do max damage.
Yeah, like, it's always worth just at least trying to go for the 10 hit.
Also, the wildest thing about that chaser on LMR is that it does fire damage too for some reason.
Well, it's kind of flavor in the same way that the dark is flavor, but yeah, that is kind of whack.
But yeah,
it's also it also procs off of weakness specifically. So worst comes to worst, you could run Rem as a Black Mage or Summoner because she can do that.
Does she have Black Mage and Summoner?
She has Black 6 and Summon 6.
Oh well, shit. Well, there you go. Sliding down.
Here we have the second awakening on the banner.
Yeah, the second awakening on the banner. Awakening for Machina is 10 physical earth dark. Grant shield to the user, enabling them to avoid 2 physical or magic attacks, and temporarily infuse the user with the power of earth. Enter assault mode, which delays the user's actions until taking damage and causes the user's Spellblade abilities to trigger twice.
Okay, so here's why Machina is rubbish. First, he doesn't get Stone Skin on this at all, so he can't facilitate it without his dive, which is a 35% chance to gain Stone Skin off of Spellblade, or his burst entry. Also, you are trying to juggle 30% Stone Skin, which will be shrugged off in basically one hit nowadays, in order to be almost as good as Bart's USB 1 on one element.
Yeah, it's
Fuck.
not good. So, one moment, I super clear my throat.
I think that's probably the most fucked up thing. Is like they could have made Machina good. They could have just given him a second Ultra and tried to update his tech. No, dog. They kept his old garbage tech right there and is stinking up the banner something fierce.
Yeah, so I actually want to reduce this down very simply for everybody who maybe is not following 100% what this thing does. So many hits, 2 shield, right? It inerts and does no stat boost. Assault mode is a no rank boost or anything to Spellblades, no Spellblade boost at all. It is fast cast and casts a follow-up that is, I believe, Earth Dark, and that's it. It's like 4 hits Earth Dark.
Yeah.
If he gets hit 3 times by anything, he loses this.
Yeah.
And mind you, multi-hits count twice. Or, you know, however many times they count.
Right.
So,
It's just very... Because, like, he can't even get started on the meat of this USB without an outside source of Stone Skin. Mm-hmm. And all of his Stone Skin sources are 30%, so, oops.
it's not great. Moving on, though. We have Rem Glint, which is an empowered infusion and increase the... So, it's free.
It's free.
Put this out. It's increased the user soul break gauge by 1. So, that half, 1/6. Its empowered infusion does nothing else, but just gives you that gauge back, which is really cool.
Yeah, like, that's its gimmick. It's free. You need to have the house fee, but it's free.
Yeah, you gotta cast the soul break, but it's free. you gotta have the 1 bar, but it's free for you. Jim,
You gotta turn the bar on, Morty.
Jim, come get your glint. The glint's free. No, super good. I really like this. It's different and it's interesting.
Yeah, it's really neat.
Cater Glint, which is Trying Shot, instantly deal 6 range physical fire, ice, lightning, random enemies, and do an attack mag right.
Yeah, I like this one too.
It's interesting from an instant break, which we don't see this on Glints like fucking ever.
Yeah, also, so to round this out for Cotter, her skill set is black and white 4. Well, black 3, white 4, so she has she's a Proshelga carrier. Machina 6 and support 6.
Mm-hmm. The only downside I will say to this is double breakdance does exist. Mm-hmm. Which, like, if this was attack, defense, or magic resistance, I would like it even more.
And Type 0 doesn't have a dancer.
Type 0 doesn't have a dancer. So that's the alternative to that. Still very good in the long run. They gave 8 a burst.
They gave him a burst.
They gave 8 a burst.
They gave 8 a burst. The burst actually tries to be self-sufficient on its own in fucking 2019.
Anyway, deal 8 physical, Earth, Ice, non-elemental, Imperil 2, enter burst mode. Command 1 is 4 physical, Ice, non-elemental, and 100% crit chance if you have mirror image. Command 2 is 2 hits and grant mirror image to the caster.
This is completely isolated from everything else he does.
Reminder, the Type 0 Torment is entirely magic.
Yeah, so it works there. It's baffling, but it works there. It's an instant ice imperil, and it works.
Yep. I don't hate this. It's also
plus ice light armor, so yeah.
I don't hate this. As far as burst goes, I could still give or take it because bursts are dead. But it's interesting.
It's very interesting. Also, it's just like, I mean, you're going to run out of Icicle Rush or whatever the 6-star ice move is going to be.
Glacial Crush.
And then just Glacial Crush. and then you can just roll this.
That's canon now.
That's canon.
Glacial Crush, up there with Flaming Crush and Dirt Crush.
Is it Glacial Crush because Joseph won't got the fucking boulder dropped on him or something?
It's like Icicle Iron Fist, probably, because they're all Iron Fist, remember? I just say Glacial Crush on a whim.
Icicle Disaster.
Icicle anyway. Here's Rem. Begins battle temporarily infused with the power of Holy. I can give or take this one, mainly because I have like all of her LMRs. But
also, I just wanted to point out something about Rem's Glint. The reason why she gets like a free cast instead of the quick cast ramp is because she already gets that on her USB. And
yeah, it would be useless. Rem's entire thing is just quick cast. Rem doesn't get chaser; she gets quick cast. So yeah, the only downside I can say about this is literally what I just did. Rem has a lot of competition for her LMRs. She gets double cast on dive. She has the chaser on the other one, and then there's the holy boost. And I wanted to say she gets white magic boost as her other LMR, like her healing boost.
Yeah,
so no matter what you want to play her as, she had all of her LMRs are good, and that's the main issue with Rem's LMRs is that they're all good. All right, it's a mine ramp boost, which
it's the might and stat ramp, and then the 50% chaser, and then this.
Mine boost wouldn't be bad on Rem. Anyway, yeah, it's you're 100% always taking the W cast, which is on dive, so. You're taking one of her LMRs, pretty much.
Yeah, and one of her LMRs is basically like, how many of her LMRs do you have, and do you have the chaser one? And so go with these two, unless you have the chaser one, and then pick the chaser one, you fool.
And then also a reminder, almost all of Rem's soul breaks in Holy Her, so it's a question of that. But whatever, it's still good. Having too many options isn't a bad thing.
Absolutely.
A can start in Iced.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Ice Monk's real. Moderate chance to reduce the delay of the user's action for one turn when using Machina's abilities. It's not awful.
I still don't like quick cast 1 cycles.
It's not awful. This is built to be, hey, you know how that one first ability you always get on a dive is increased damage, and that kind of falls off when you start actually being able to be good.
Keter, what's your? She gets She gets double cast Machinist.
Yeah, that's her dive. What's her first one? Okay. It's probably boosted damage on Machinist.
Yeah, just boost damage on Machinist.
Yeah, so I can replace boost damage with Machinist for chance to quick cast.
Yeah. I just don't like the inconsistency versus you get a lot of quick casts, which means a lot of chances to cycle back into it on a dive version, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and here's the stat ramp one.
Yeah, that one's not bad. Unless you have her chaser.
And then Machina gets infused with Earth because he's supposed to be an Earth spellblader.
Hey, you know what the only good relic for Machina is? His super. You know it's not on this banner because we're past that? His super.
So, everything on this banner that isn't Machina related is good.
Yeah. It is very, very sad that they didn't bother updating Machina's tech in the slightest. They just kept him bad.
It is unfortunate that Machina exists.
Yes.
However, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Un momento.
Seems legit.
Sorry to break everything up in various ways. Let's just say I don't trust buying anything through the Nox app. I'm just going to throw that one out there.
You just want to take a break while you whip out your phone and...
Yeah, let me just hold up. Let me... Oh, you know what? Let me just... Here we go.
Got $10 on ye old internet wallet.
Oh, no. Theme, please. theme, not just normal music. Why is nothing extended for this game?
I still think
What
that
is this fucking background?
uh,
What the fuck is this? What? I have never seen this. What is this? Sorry, I'm on YouTube and just finding random things now.
oh my god.
I am seeing art for a game that I adore, and I have never fucking seen this art before. Here we go. Yeah, whatever. This one will work for what I need it to be.
Yeah.
There you go. Enjoy.
So, what do you think the time gap was between making Cotter and then making the decision to make 6-star Magicite garbage and then having to commit all of the time and resources and preparation to get that out there? How long do you think that was?
5 months.
All right.
Here's my hot take. I think that the decision for 6-star Magicite was made with, let's say, 4 months, with like no consideration for what they had released earlier. They just kind of they just said one day, "Oh, we haven't really done it," because like Odin was out for a while.
Odin was out for a while, and we had like a 6-month gap between Awakenings being released and anything. Like, this was their big push towards content relevant to Awakenings that was not Odin.
Exactly. So like, I think they just went like, "Hey, we haven't done anything with Magicite for a while," and then like, at one point in that month, they just went like, "Hey, what if more so?"
Yeah, I was giving the decision between making Cotter and that like a 1 or 2 month buffer, because I was just like trying to take into consideration art. That takes a while.
Does it?
Okay, yeah, like they use the Titan sprite, but they still have to tween that. They still have that. They still have those resources. I don't know, man.
It's 9 times out of 10 when it's a new sprite, I'll say, yeah, that took some effort. The 6-star Magicite are all sprites that already exist in the game.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that.
They're all the big sprites that you can summon, so I do not trust that took time and or effort.
Right.
Programming, yes. Art, no. I mean, here's the thing, as far as... I don't want to get into this because we are seriously going to do a podcast very soon about this.
Yeah, let's just keep it brief.
Here's the thing. A reminder to y'all that dual elemental in elements actually are a thing that exists in Japan.
Yeah, like Cypher and Ultimecia got some, and we were just like, oh, well, these are cool. I don't know what they're going to be used for. Now we know extremely what they're going to be used for.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Banner 2.
Yeah, it's taking a second to load up here.
Stay free, Nox.
Alright, anyway. Sorry, I was checking things real fast.
Sure.
Monolith Beam. This is Ace's Arcane. It's the 20 hits fire with 1 big hit on the end.
Plus fire thrown. Like, it's not doing any favors on the attack score, but, like, it could be used for that. Galaxy Brain consideration.
Maybe. It's just the factor of that most thrown users that are fire-based are monks.
Mm-hmm.
And they generally can just use a plus Fire Fist at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
You never know.
There are some thrown magic users that can utilize this, but they're not fire-based. Whatever.
Right.
It's alright. Arcane out of 10.
Arcane out of 10.
Bring it to Mateus. Or Chimera. I don't know this shit at all. I don't know which is which. Is this the old one?
No, this is his
Okay.
weird brave-ish thing.
Okay. Deal 10 magic fire, infused with fire, temporarily increase the damage uses black magic abilities a moderate amount, and grant top card, which I have no fucking idea what that does, so you tell me.
Yeah, one sec, I'm getting all of it. This is it's a chaser that gets more powerful depending on how many times you use it, and then once you use 3 magic abilities, it goes back to the first stack, so forces 2 single attacks that grant high quick cast 2 to the user. Charge is 2 single attacks that restore 1500 HP to all allies in the user's row, and burst is 8 single attacks. So it is a very interesting smorgasbord of stuff that Ace can be doing. Like, the Force Chaser lets him ramp quickly into the heal, and then go into the DPS, and then back out again.
It's interesting enough.
Yeah. I do appreciate what it's trying to do.
Moving down.
That,
Oh, continue, if you had a final thought on that.
nah, no final thought. It's just good.
Okay.
Okay, Torment USB out of 10.
Yes, alright, let's look at this. Instantly heal a large amount of HP. Resistance buff, last stand. Yep.
The resistance buff is entirely there because Nakusuzaku has a resistance debuff.
Consider, though, that this kind of owns outside of that Torment as well.
Absolutely, because it's it's Ovalia's USB, just straight up, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Then it's just good.
I had to take a brain moment for that, but yeah, no, it's just Ophelia's USB.
Like, it is just Ovalia's USB. It's just, like, I was thinking Torment USB out of 10 because the res debuff was fresh off the brain.
Sliding down to the next one. Elemental Lash. Elemental Ash.
This one's pretty decent, too.
I hate
It's the
this
Earth
word.
version.
I hated it the first time it came up. I hate it now, too.
It's just a bad mouthfeel.
It's a bad mouthfeel. 10 magic ice, non-elemental, 2 on target, temporarily imperil, or reduced imperil 2. Attack mag resistance, debuff.
Yeah, it's a very good. It's very strong ice and barrel.
And now for the question: does Sildra buff attack mag resistance?
This is magic, dog.
Does
Typhon, no. Typhon buffs his own wind attack 6 times, and you can just hit him with Affliction Break, and he does like 3 or 2.
I completely fucking forgot that 7 is magic.
Yeah, it sure looks like, because she's support, right? Like, it looks like she should be doing that, but no, she's a mage.
Whatever. It's a good break.
Yeah, it's a good break. Like,
Consider,
it is the same
this
thing
is like
as-
what, like about the same as Knowles, except it's not instant cast.
It's about the same as more like Emperors.
Also, hey,
Except, Ice and
one
Silver.
of the few magic ice imperils.
Yeah, like this is just a strong one because it's got the debuff on top of the Imperil.
Sliding down to Queen, we have Divine Judgment Blade, 10 Physical Lightning Dark. Infuse Lightning, raise the attack and defense 30%, temporarily cause the user's spellblade abilities to reduce the delay of the user's action. So, kind of a carbon copy of Army for One. Army of
Yeah,
One.
it's kind of like that, except the Spellblade Quick Cast is just Quick Cast, but it gives you a defense. Like the defense buff is supposed to be like what it trades off.
Right.
Also, Queen is still one of the few lightning spellbladers out there that actually has Spellblade 6.
Thank Christ. But yeah, no, it's alright.
Yeah.
Sliding down even more so, here's Jack with a small fire boosting katana because they all fucking are. Deal 10 physical fire, non-elemental. Hold up. Oh, I felt a burp coming on. Excuse me. Deal 10 physical fire, non-elemental, temporarily infused with power of fire. Damage the user for 99% of their HP and give them a stone skin for 100% of their HP and enter Crimson Flash EX mode. While the negate damage barrier, stone skin, is active, Crimson Flash EX mode raises the user's attack 30% and reduces the delay of the user's samurai abilities and causing the samurai abilities to trigger twice for free.
Yeah, it is just Dark Knight Cecil's USB, but on a Samurai. Format is very weird on a Samurai, though. It's very good. It's just kind of strange because Dark Knight Cecil is a Dark Knight and can just heal himself back. Also,
When's Holy Samurai? There we go.
no, never.
Investigate Holy Samurai.
Fuck off. No, it'll never happen. Furion, like, they gave up with Furion, and they'll give up with everything else.
Anywho, no, I like this. This is neat.
Yeah, it's good.
You have to commit some resources to him, which you wouldn't have to do for a sort of Dark Knight person, but it is neat and gets the job done that it wants to do.
Also, let's see. Jack's, because Jack gets guaranteed double cast off of this, his dive legend materia is a weird trance thing. Instead of healing him, it gives him retaliate and 75% crit rate, which you can easily cycle into with the entry on this USB. It just flips it on automatically.
I guess it's weird, but the retaliate definitely helps a lot. A free retaliate.
Yeah, free retaliate because you need retaliate for some of the stuff that Fire Samurai does, so it just like lessens his it lessens the burden on his ability set.
Sliding down, we have Ace's Glint, which is the best fucking name of cut cards. It is a fast cast, empowered diffusion.
Yeah, good.
Yep. Here's Seven's Burst with an ice boosting armor. 8 magic ice non-elemental, lower, do a full breakdown and enter burst mode. Command 1 is an attack breakdown. Command 2 is a magic breakdown.
Yeah, it's the realm debuff burst. I like the I like the piece of equipment that it's on because it is a hybrid plus ice light armor. So lots of people can equip that.
I mean, if you're really fishing for 17 magic,
you know.
But either way,
it's a deep, like, it's just debuff torment burst at 10.
It's a torment. It's a full break. My problem with this burst is it doesn't do anything outside of torments and some special like. There's no magicite usage for this, and I can't believe here in the year 2019, the wandering newbie here is saying there's no magicite application for this burst. But
it's just kind of also fucked up because, like, again, Seven's kit is like she's supposed to be supporty, but support is more of a physical leaning class, and she is entirely magic, so it's weird.
Yeah, that's, I think, the point I'm trying to make. On top of everything else. Whatever, it's fine in the Torment. It'll have some applications outside of it.
Oh, I forgot that Jack got a burst.
Oh, right, sorry. Let me slide all down. Jackie. Un momento, I'm taking care of something real fast. Sorry. Okay, I'm good. Deal 8 physical fire, non-elemental. Imperil 2, enter burst mode. Command 1 is 4 physical fire. Increase samurai abilities for 2 turns. Command 2 is 2 AoE. No.
It's
just 2 with retaliate.
Yeah, just 2 with retaliate.
Hey, you know what? I'll take a free retaliate source.
Yeah, I'll take that was what I was going to say too. A free retaliate on a fire imperil, so that's pretty alright.
It's okay. There are better moves, obviously. That is burst.ps. Whoa. .psp.
Yes.
That's
.psp. Yeah.
That's what I was doing. .txt. But this is an okay one.
Yeah, it's fine. From what I've seen of the things that Jack is trying to do, he is definitely leaning towards, like, he wants to just have a free retaliate somewhere that he can pull out of his ass, and then also just, like, bring Eye Hellfire to buff his stats or something. I don't know.
Next up, Legend Materials. Chocoban. Start in fired. With a fire boosting bracelet. Brace slur.
It's fire boosting booster. Like, it's also good for Ace because his burst is actually worth a damn.
Yes. Okay. Deuce gets increased the duration of stat buffs generated. Increase the duration of stat buffs. Very good for Deuce because almost everything she does has stat buff associated with it.
Also, you use his burst. You use her burst a lot, so this gets really good mileage.
She's a healer with a buff attached to her bursts. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Like, there was that problem with bards where like the stat that it gives you gets benefits off of this LMR. The stacking feature does not.
Yeah. Class Act is 7's in Peril LMR, which
good.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, that works.
Hey, I get mileage off of the same shit with his sail, so why not 7?
Yep. Queen gets start in light. Oh no, double cast lightning. Which yes.
Double cast lightning. What does she get for
Dive?
She is kind of old, so maybe just a stupid stat. No, she gets a trance.
Yeah, I was gonna say she gets a trance.
Okay. Oh, okay. Attack plus 50%, res minus 50%, cast speed times 2.
All right.
Whack.
And then we have Edge of Flame, which is in fire for Jack.
Okay, good.
Yeah. All in all, this banner is not awful.
Yeah,
There's
it's definitely not like there is one character who is extremely stinking up the joint.
Yeah. There's definitely some stuff on here that I wouldn't mind having.
Yeah, same.
I think that there are some good buffs. Obviously, the Queen stuff is really nice for the win for Typhon, because Typhon is a DPS race, and the sooner that you can do more damage, the better. Wait, what'd you say?
You said Queen. It's 7.
Sorry, yes, 7.
7!
Capital 7. And, Ace's stuff isn't awful. Ace's stuff is always in a weird spot, but
Ace is a solid fire mage, so...
Yeah. And I love Deuce. Deuce is such a solid healer. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a good banner.
Ace's only real crime is that he doesn't get double cast from anywhere. But he does have a burst that can still, with commands that can still compete with Chain Faraga or Meltdown, so not many people can make that claim.
And then one last thing.
Are you going for Type 0 Realm?
Yes. It does not come up too often, so you gotta do it when it's on brand. That's how you channel the true energy.
Fuck me, Rennie. You still haven't done Full Throttle?
No.
Okay.
I really don't have a need for anything on that band.
I forgot. Yeah.
I have at least one thing on each of the choice things.
Right.
But anyway. Ha! All Machina, all the way down.
Man, you know something? I got RIM USB 2 off of this thing, and I was just like, maybe I can do some Galaxy Brain shit with Arc, because I do have her bursts, at least, and her Elmar Chaser.
Nice. Oh?
Oh? What this?
Oh, what are these? Oh, finally! I finally have something for Ace!
That's Queen's OSB, and I have no idea which Ace relic is. It looks like his OSB.
Something Triad.
Oh, that's his USB 1. Okay.
Neat.
Neat.
I think these are all new.
Yeah, it's a good
I think Rem... No, that's Seven's guys.
That's Seven's guys, yeah. So, yeah, plus ice armor and something for the tournament,
I was going to say, I had Rem... I think I have Rem's BSB. Oh, shit, yeah, they do. I forgot they added that feature in, and it's very nice. Of new. Plus ice armor, finally.
Yeah, very, very, like, especially the other thing, too, just, like, you get to see whether or not you already have items on a banner.
Yeah, all new stuff, so I can't argue. And Jackpot Triad is alright.
It's serviceable.
It's serviceable. Another buff to my fire magic, though. I have Terra and Vivi, so whatever, actually.
Yeah, this is more something that Ace can be doing in the tournament.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Well, a shorter stream, but there's not a lot going on. We're kind of still in that post,
Just shaking off the fest crud.
yeah, still a little bit. And also because, like, you know, we wrapped up the story mode chapters, and I think they took a month break in between those, so...
Yeah.
In fact, I don't think we got a Crystal Tower yet this month.
Let's see here. I got the schedule.
Shit, balls. Know what I never did? And hey, newbie, I know you listen to the end of these, editing newbie. You need to do an outro. The outro is here at the end. So hold a moment, and then I'm going to mute myself on Discord. Alright, 10. Got it. Okay. Dungeon update is coming. Record Dungeons is until the 30th. So that's it for the Type 0 event. Up next is Final Fantasy X. So that will probably bring some awakenings with it as well. I think that's when the Kamari one shows up. It's definitely when water jump becomes a thing, so... I'll see you then.